Sean Ciroc. I am Sean the Kid of Taurus, and of course, I'm joined along with.
And it's your boy Ciroc the Mike. How we doing, man? It's not Valentine's Day. It's the day after Valentine's Day. You know,
that day's gone now. You know, a lot of guys are broke.
Listen,
today broke today. They're waking up going, "Dang, I spent that much on Valentine's Day.
That much.
It was worth it."
Yep, exactly. See, that's the fake. See, listen, the fake relationships. You know, they I won't say there's no such thing as a fake relationship. Everything's real. You're talking to somebody, but let's just say those ones are the ones that blow up Valentine's Day. But the long-term relationships, they take advantage of the Valentine's Day sales afterwards, the Valentine's Day sales beforehand. You know what I mean? This is the best. This is like Black Friday for relationships right now.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's a smart way to do it. I mean, the candy's not bad. The candy's pretty tasty. I ain't gonna lie to you. Especially, you know, that what's that one? Werther's or whatever? Not Werther's.
Werther's?
The most popular one. I don't know. I can't remember. Richards or something. I can't remember. But that one, oh my goodness. What Weichmann's? That's the name.
Oh, the chocolates, right?
Yes, man. Shoot. Yeah.
People still getting
caramels and chocolates and stuff. Yes, that is never gonna stop. I mean,
man, that's
the too easy ploy. But then they go, crazy. They get like 3 dozen roses and stuff, and limo to go like 2 blocks.
I don't even do that shit for people. I wouldn't even do it for myself. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things. Roses, I mean, they gonna be dead in within like 2 weeks. Limo,
yeah, they're gonna die. That's
they're gonna charge you for liquid spillage and all types of stuff. It's not worth it, man. Save that money and do something else with it. I mean, your boo would. I mean, a boo, whoever your boo, whatever you guys people call each other these days. Is a boo still? Is that the thing? Because like it used to be honey. Like, oh yeah, some of that. Oh hey honey, hey this. Nah, it's boo. Next is gonna be my sugar thing. I don't know. It's something different every year.
My sugar thing. Remember when Bay was big? Bay was huge.
Wow, that's just lazy way of spelling baby.
I know, right?
That's my bae.
He's like, you really couldn't add the extra B? Really?
Yeah. Come on now. Is that BAY or BAE? That's my bae. Like, no, that's Tampa Bay. That's the Bay of Pigs over there. Anyways.
The Bay of your resistance. Oh, wait, that's the Bane. That's right. Oh,
Bay, exactly.
Anyway. Moving on. So for today's show, we have a pretty good show for you. We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl, what's going on with the Super Bowl, and then of course we're gonna talk about the stuff we've been seeing in the sky lately. They shot one down off the coast of South Carolina and a couple at Canada and our border. We'll talk about some UFOs or unidentified aerial objects is what they're calling it.
For the government to know and us to find out, pretty much.
Pretty much. And then finally, we're going to talk about, Rihanna's special guest for the Super Bowl. With that being said, of course, we're going to have a What the Florida segment, as always, at the end of the show. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's first story. Let's talk about
that was a B complex. That was not a legal drug I just took on camera. That was a B complex, in case you guys don't believe me. B complex.
Well, let's jump into today's first story. Then, let's talk about the Super Bowl for a little bit.
Super Bowl, baby. So basically, what a game! What a game!
And yes, that was a game.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy with the results.
Honestly, I was kind of pulling for Eagles, but I was also kind of pulling for Kansas City. So I really wasn't mad about who's going to win or who's going to lose. I just want to see a really good game, and we got one. We got a good game. Players stayed healthy. There wasn't a lot of injuries. Like game-ending injuries. So I think it was a good game. Now our predictions from the earlier in the year. I
was right. I said the Chiefs was going to take it. I said the Chiefs was going to take it. And the only reason I said that. Oh, by the way, also if you guys don't notice. Since Patrick Maholmes, obviously Travis Kelce, was also my top 2 players on my fantasy team, which I also won the championship. So, hey, listen, man, when it rains, of course. So,
I need this fantasy league to knock you down a peg, man. Your head is already filling up the screen. We can't have it any bigger.
I know, man. All you gotta get this do-rag on to keep my head from getting any bigger. It's just just keeping it compressed.
Man, I don't know. Your fantasy league needs some what they call those people? Some ringers in there. Someone who really that knows their stuff.
I'm hot. But yeah, no, the Super Bowl was definitely very entertaining. I think that was probably the first game I've watched. Excuse me, Super Bowl I've watched in a couple years to where it actually was just back and forth and entertaining
Yes.
the entire game. And and obviously Chiefs been there plenty of times, so I'm sure they weren't necessarily the fan favorite. And the Eagles, oh my God. Like I like I don't have nothing against the Eagles. I like them. I like the team. However, their fan base, oh my God, can just be so annoying to the point where it's just like, I don't want to root against them. It's like I was rooting against the fans. Like I didn't care the outcome. I just hope the fans, because every day, every week, bird, fly, Eagles, fly this, fly that. I don't know. It was one of those. I felt good. Now, keep in mind, I did watch this game on my phone in the car driving back.
What?
From Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean, but hours. Hey, oof, man. Hey, I just did the same thing. I mean, but you drove up there and back, so technically you get what 36.
No. I flew up there and I drove back.
Oh, okay.
Weird situation, but whatever. I'm here. I made it. I didn't crash. I didn't get sleepy until Florida. Because that sun started beaming through the windshield, and I was just like,
oh yeah.
And when you go 14 hours, you're like, you know what? I'm not stopping.
Oh yes.
I'm not stopping.
Oh, yes.
So
yes, I've made the 14-hour trip from here to Texas quite a few times, and I know how bad that one gets. Oh my God.
Ooh, Texas.
Yeah, but then like I just went to South Carolina this past weekend, or not this past, but weekend before, and where I went, it was about a 9-hour drive there, an hour and a half drive back, and that was after flying up there a week prior to that, and I've got to go back up there again this weekend. But yeah, it's a lot of traveling,
Yeah,
but
man,
I am not driving it this time.
Oh, and one other thing, they got me in Georgia. Got a ticket, speeding ticket.
Oh,
they got me. Whoop, 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 whoop. I saw it coming too.
How fast?
They got me for going 89 and a 70. So I don't know. I don't have to pay it to like sometime in May. I don't even know how much it is. I'm not even gonna look at it until like May 4th.
It's gonna
Cinco
be
de Mayo.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, man. It was
they got me with a $9 ticket in Georgia too. I mean, this was back in like 2006, but
yeah,
they got me
it was
like, and it was $500 freaking dollars, man.
How fast were you going?
90 and 65.
Oh, that's the thing. So I think it was if you go over, I think between 15 and 20 is something, and anything over 20 is just like $500, which is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Oh shit! Did I freeze? I think I froze. Or you froze? I don't know. Everybody's frozen. Am I frozen? This is my connection coming back. See, right now I'm on a Wi-Fi, and Spectrum be on that BS. It's like that introductory rate, right? It's like when you get a new iPhone and everything is working real nice and smooth and it's great and all that. And then all of a sudden, once you pay off your phone or a new one come out, the one you got start messing up. That's what Spectrum is doing right now. Okay, so here we go. I almost had to put my glasses on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so we're having a few connection technical difficulties, but we're gonna power through it. We're gonna power through it.
But yeah, man, they got me with the ticket, and the thing is, I mean, keep in mind, this is like 7 o'clock in the morning. I've already driven all night, and I'm driving. I'm in Georgia somewhere, in some hick ass town. I don't know. I don't like the color of the town. I don't even like the cars in the city. Anyway, I'm driving.
I know where you went. You went through Tifton, Georgia. I bet you have to go through.
I don't know. I was just happy to get out of there. It was just pretty
much.
She pulled me over. I saw it too. I saw it like when I passed. I was like, shit. And I looked in the rear view, seen them pulling out, and I just veered over to the right lane. I was like, let me just save them time. No, you don't got to put the lights on. I already know. And it was this young girl. And I was like, oh, me, make sure I was like, you could see everything in the car. Want them trigger happy cops. Like, bro, 7 a.m.
Hey, look, man, I roll down everyone, and I'm a vet. I roll down every window in the car, open the sunroof. I'm making sure that there's all eyes and you can see everything.
Yeah,
no mistakes.
Exactly.
None.
And they see those. The thing is, they see those out of town plates, and they get you. And the funny thing is, she came on the passenger side because of the traffic, and she's like, "Hey, you're going this fast. I just need your license and registration." in my head, I was like, damn, I could be moving like 50 pounds of cocaine right now. And she didn't even didn't even like check on that. I was like, all right, license registration. Here's your ticket. Thanks. Peace. Fuck this
Were
county.
you wishing you were carrying about 50 pounds of cocaine right there?
Kind of was, yeah. I kind of was moving some weight just so the story would be like 10 times better. It's like, yeah, I was moving like 30 pounds of the good stuff, and she didn't even check. The dog didn't even smell anything. But yeah, man, that was. Go ahead.
Well, lucky enough that you only got a ticket and we get back safe though, because I mean,
right.
Road, I mean, I was on the road not this weekend, but last week I was on the road with you, and then the roads getting crowded, man. I mean, it's not even a holiday, and it crowded. I drove in the middle of the night and was still crowded.
Yeah, and I like some Monday morning. You gonna give me a ticket, but I was still, whatever. It didn't matter, man. I had my phone on the dash on the right where you see the speed and stuff like that, and that's when I was watching the game, man. And like it came in great. Shout out to Fox Sports because I didn't have a way to watch it, and you could watch the game for free on their app. And it wasn't the smartest idea because I was like, it was dark. I was driving. Like Jalen Hurts fumbles. I'm like, oh shit!
I know you might wear it off the road a couple times.
Yeah, imagine if I was a fan of one of the two teams and like it was the Lions or something, which will probably never ever happen. But imagine if it was the Lions in the Super Bowl and something happened. I'd be dead right now. I'd be crashing into a pole or a tree or something like that. But with that being said, the Chiefs have been a real deal in the AFC at least for the past 5-6 years. Patrick Maholmes. 2 Super Bowl rings, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 Super Bowl appearances. I mean, is Patrick Mahomes the second coming of Tom Brady?
That's what they're saying. That's what's being said right now. They're saying, Tom Brady's, of course, he's out. He retired for the second time in the same year.
Yeah, how's that even allowed?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how that goes. But he retired, and that's him. And now they always look for the second coming of whoever. I mean, we're still looking for the second coming of Michael Jordan, even though you pretty much say that's LeBron. Well, but no one's gonna officially say it. They're just gonna say, okay, that's the second coming, because no one wants to be the second of anyone. They want to be the first of their kind.
Right, right. So all Pat need is what? 5 more championship? That's a lot.
Yeah, you like as you were saying, as it was coming out of your mouth, it's like just 5. Oh Jesus, man!
We talk about football.
Because even if you go every other year, that's still 10 years worth of playing.
Yeah, and he's only what, 20, mid-20s, I think. How old is Patrick Mahomes? I think he's like 25, 26, maybe. But either way, man, hey, kudos to him, man, and Kelsey, man. They carried that team the whole year, and there was. I want to ask you. I'm sure you watched, but at the end of the game, there was that holding call that was obviously similar to. I mean, a lot of people are saying like the Chiefs get bailed out, just like in the Cincinnati game where it was that late hit on Patrick Mahomes that set up that game winning field goal, and this holding call that set up a first down for the game winning field goal again in the Super Bowl. And a lot of people are saying that the Chiefs. I mean, you always gonna have those fans that they paid the rest, all that nonsense as usual. But I just think that's just execution. It's discipline. It's a team who's been there before, who knows how to, stay focused in the big moments. And if you think about it, it was never. But it's the other team that does it. It's not like you can't blame Kansas City for Philly holding one of the cornerbacks holding Juju Smith-Schuster. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't have been in that position. They was up the whole game. They got Kansas City came back. And then all of a sudden it's the ref's fault. Like, come on, you can't have it all.
Yeah, well, only complaint I really have about the game is how the game ended. Instead, they went back and forth the whole game, and then for the last 2 minutes of the game, Kansas City just holds the ball.
Yeah,
I was like, come on.
A strategy.
I mean, it's good chess play. It's good gamesmanship. But for the viewer, you want to see Jalen Hurts get one more crack at it.
Yeah,
you really did.
But
I mean, because that pass from Jalen to Devontae Smith, man, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful pass.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. From the fans' point of view, they would want a 15 overtime, last second Hail Mary. Bounce off the goal post touchdown, one finger, one-handed catch. I want something spectacular. We always want to be more entertained. than the last game that we just saw, And I think, it's either going to be, realistically, you got two good teams playing each other. The outcomes are going to be either one side's going to blow the other side out. It's going to come down to a last-second field goal, or it's going to be a game-costing penalty or something like that. And that's how football ends. It's one of the three.
But, yeah, but sometimes you have those rare times where you have them. They go literally down to the last second, i.e., Tom Brady, and he'll come back within 20 seconds. When people are saying there's no way it's going to happen, he uses 20 seconds and scores a touchdown. That's what people kind of like are expecting now when you have two very, very good quarterbacks and two very, very good teams.
Yes,
you're wanting that last second. Can they do it? Can they?
Yes.
And they didn't get that nail biter at the end. They got the nail biter for the whole game, but that last 2 minutes they didn't.
Like Sean, I was in the car and it's different from watching a good game from the comforts of your couch or at the bar or wherever you may be. I'm driving on the road somewhere in Indiana. I don't know. It's dark. It's Sunday night, and I'm watching one of the most entertaining Super Bowls, at least for me, besides the Patriots come back.
No, it was very entertaining. It's been hasn't been entertaining for me
watching
since,
it
like the Denver game. So
I'm watching it on my speedometer, like trying to focus on the road. Remember, and when I say how like this is, I get distracted driving and how dangerous it is, whether you texting, whether you on the phone or you eating, whatever it is. But keep in mind, I'm watching this on where my speedometer is, so where my gauge and stuff is. Little before that, maybe an hour before the game even started. I'm in Indiana, and when I say this was, I don't know if it was scary. It was more of an adrenaline rush and like just a reaction. But I'm driving, and I don't know, I'm going like 80, 90, whatever. Like I said, we're on the highway. And when I say highway, not like a 5-lane highway. This is just one of those interstate highways where it's 2 lanes on one side and then it's 2 lanes on the other side. And 2 deer jump out in front of the car.
Yeah,
like I'm driving and I look to the right. I didn't even look, bro. When I say like they came out of nowhere, I'm not saying like they just appeared like just out of thin air, but it's you going so fast, and all of a sudden about 20, I say 15, 20 feet ahead of me, one deer. They're going quick too, and these weren't they didn't have any antlers or anything like that. So maybe they was I don't know, the female version of a deer is what they call, whatever they're called. But one jumped out. Obviously, I saw that one, and it was far enough ahead to where like I didn't have to like swerve or anything like that. I was just like, oh shit. And then another one was right behind, and this one I had to kind of like, it wasn't like it was like a swerve like that, like like you're gonna hit it. It was like just a quick, like gentle, like move out the way, right? Type deal. Like if it was like a tire or something on the road, you just move out the way. And then like I don't like, and then afterwards, your adrenaline goes back to normal levels, and then you kind of recap what just happened. I was like, oh shit, man, I literally could just splattered this deer all over the car, or hit the car next to me or behind me. And then, instead of like being focused driving after that, I was like, you know what? Let's put the game on. Let's take this to the next level of distraction and just put my phone right where my vision is in case another deer hop out. At least I'm gonna know the final score. So
that is crazy. But that's the thing. That's some deer. That's how those deer are.
Yes, that's 100% true. So I think that was a great game, and I think the Chiefs are our generation's. Patriots we're still relevant, during the prime of our generation, whatever you want to call it. But I think the Chiefs are definitely the new Patriots. They got to be. 3 Super Bowls, 2 championships. Plenty of AFC championship games. It's not like they went from like shit to fit. They've been good for the past 6 years. So I think they're heavy favorites next year, with the Bengals probably pretty close behind them on the heels if everything goes well with that. And You know, it's a rebuilding year for a lot of teams as well. So why not? I mean, maybe my Lions sneak in there. I don't know.
You're gonna always throw them in there, huh?
Yeah,
Throw 'em in there.
yeah.
I mean, it's a pipe dream, but hey, we can all have those dreams.
Exactly. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. If you got anything else,
Yeah, in the Super Bowl, no, I really just hope for another one, another good one this year.
yeah,
My pick didn't go through, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah.
Hey, it happens. You can't pick all
Yeah.
winners like I do. I'm just,
Because it was an easy pick, Kansas City. Just saying.
What? Yeah, I guess you're right. All right. Next up, this is something. This is just weird to me. You probably, I feel like, would know more about this than me, given your military history. But I'm sure you probably like watching the news and just like shaking your head of all the nonsense that's been going around on these balloons, these that are coming over from, whether they're coming over from China, whether they're coming over from outer space, whether Elon playing a big ass joke on everybody. You
couldn't put a patch on the man. Advertise a flamethrower by burning down like a little statue.
He's shooting Teslas into the moon and stuff. So, but yeah, so obviously the past week we've had some. I wish it was a word I can think of for this, but it's like when nothing has happened globally or even nationally, we need to find something. Like news always has to find something to talk about. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, what's going on? Okay, Super Bowl. Okay, what else? It was a balloon. Somebody saw a balloon in the sky. Is that a good story? Yeah, that's a good story. So over the past week to week and a half, objects, whether they're weather balloons, whether they're baby reveal parties, whether they're whether some rich kid, right, whether some rich kid just was like, I want the biggest and baddest balloon ever for a Sweet 16, have been a reason for concern for a lot of uneducated and unaware citizens that think that these balloons or whatever are some sort of threat. It's more on the UFO side of things, right? We just don't know. Most people don't know what it is. When you don't know, most people, think the worst, right?
Yep.
Hell, China's getting in our airspace, all this crap. Like, man, do you know how much money the United States spends on homeland security and defense? Like, you think that they just missed that? What is that? I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't drop anything. Like, nah, man. The government or the White House administration, whatever you want to call it, are 10 years ahead of us with finding stuff out before we find out. They probably knew the balloon was coming last year, and now that we see it, now people feel obligated to get an explanation. Like, if I was the president, I'm like, it's none of your business. Did it hurt you? No. All right, shut up. Get back to work. But I would love to hear your thoughts on it coming from the military experience side, and I'm sure there's been stuff in the past that that I guess that you would know what it is versus the general public just assuming it's an alien coming down to take their kids or something like that.
Well, I can tell you, just from the military side of things, that whatever's put out on the news is maybe a quarter of the story, if that much.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that we saw this balloon off the coast and we don't know a whole lot about it, no. I guarantee you, once we saw that balloon, there was already 3-4 satellites pinpointing that balloon.
Oh yeah,
analyzing that stupid thing up and down, and then they sent it out a jet. After they sent out a couple drones just to take a closer look at it too. They have drones for a reason. Then we're gonna go shoot this joker down. That's alone. Things had to happen first, and that's why you let it fly across the U.S. You let it fly. No, you observe it. You see what this thing is capable of, and then you try to capture it.
Exactly. It could be a message from I don't know, the Kryptonians coming looking for Superman. You seen this boy? You seen this boy?
Well, you just don't know. You don't know to go up immediately and shoot it down. But we don't know what it is. It could be a balloon that has nuclear weapons in it, and if we shoot it, something bad could happen. Exactly. We don't know. I mean, let's not forget there are countries out there that do not like us. North Korea, Russia, they don't like us. They will send some stupid crap to our shores.
Yeah. Like, man, let's confuse them. They send like just a magazine. Like, what is this? They sent some high classified magazine. I think it explodes with nerve gas or something like that. But no, I get what you mean. You know, it's funny because like, and I hate seeing like stuff like this on Facebook because I know Facebook is just social media and it's no real form of like facts or anything like that. But I remember somebody had posted something so stupid, like, "Oh, why did they could have just flew somebody up there and they could have just popped it." Like the military
Seriously.
has
Oh
a
my
dude with like darts
with a big needle.
yeah, just throwing darts on top of balloons.
Give me closer, Jim. Give me closer. I can almost get
it. Got it.
Now.
Wow, we just saved the world. Like, come on. Like,
come on now.
I see why now. Like after reading like you know comments from people, whether they're joking or not, but I see why most things are like classified.
Because you get the smallest bit of information, and then you just go, "Oh, yo, I'm gonna create a whole story around this, and I'm right. I don't. No one else can tell me I'm wrong. I'm right." And that's how it gets going. And right now, there's so many stories about these balloons. Oh, the government's not telling us what they are because they are from an alien planet. Oh, the government's not telling us what they are because it's from China, and they realize that China is more advanced than we are. What? It's a balloon. We got to analyze it. We got to see what data it collected. There's a whole lot.
And like we
shot it down. We shot it down. We captured it. Come on, be happy.
Yeah,
but I mean, I did think. I did think honestly. Now, before it was a balloon, like the other one's like, okay, is it moving funny? Is it doing anything funny? No, it's just kind of floating in the air. So that's what that right there told me. Okay, this isn't like a UFO, like we saw back earlier the year or videos. I'm like, okay, this is a Earth-made thing because we saw those other videos. Those things are like flying directions that are impossible.
Like, all right, these people are dumb. Let's get out of this planet.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and it's like, what do you want? What would like to the conspiracy theorists? What would you want to happen? Like to shoot it down? Right, like that's the thing. It's like you can't win this argument. It's like, well, it should have never got that far. It's like, well, they probably were trying to figure out what it was before they just shoot anything down. You know what I mean? You could have shot it, something could have happened, or it could have triggered something. Well, it shouldn't have got that far. Or well, why are they like shut up?
I know,
man.
like, and that's the thing. It's a balloon. These countries have satellites. These satellites can zoom in down onto the same path this balloon took.
Yeah, we seen Men in Black
and see the same thing. We're trying to find out what kind of data this thing is collecting. We can't find it out if we just shoot it down and don't go collect it.
Just burn it.
Yes, we have missiles that could disintegrate the thing, but that's not going to work well first. We got to actually shoot it, and takes a skill there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like you saying like if somebody was saying like oh, they're trying to take photos of locations. I'm like, bro, like China has Google Earth too. You know that, right? Like nobody needs secret photos. Like, bro, just grab a map and a globe and you can figure out where things are. It's like we have GPS like on your phone. And remember GPS, I forgot. I was watching the show on Netflix about like inventions and stuff. And GPS wasn't always like a public thing. Like not until like the mid 90s they allowed it for like public use.
Yeah.
And now I see why they hesitated, because you give people a little bit of some advanced technology, and then they just abuse it, and or they just it's I don't know.
I mean, look how many Google Earth web pages there are dedicated to Area 51.
Yeah,
come on.
And nobody found nothing yet. Nobody's seen nothing. Nobody's interviewed an alien. No one's ever got like actual HD quality video of a UFO. It's always this blurry, 1989 hand camera. Like, come on, man. It's like, if you still believe in that, and honestly, if aliens are real, good for them. Good for them. Whatever. I support the call. Good for them for being that sneaky.
I'm in the camp that thinks they're real, because I mean, this is too many planets. This is too big of a galaxy.
Oh yeah,
of a universe for them not to be real.
So, they definitely are. They just ain't here. I know that.
Yeah,
they probably just
that's my feeling. I think they're out there. Have they visited? Maybe not. But they are definitely something else out there.
Yeah, and they probably like look at Earth and be like, yo, why can't they just get together? Like, why? We check on Earth every 50,000 years, and they advance with their technology, and they just keep killing each other. Like, why? Like, we can't give them the secrets to the universe just yet. You know what I mean? It's like, They still down there believing in God? What? Oh my God! I'm just kidding. Oh
No, it's
man,
crazy. It's crazy. But that's my perspective. There's gonna be. I don't think this is the end of this. Even in
right?
the short term, I think we've got more and more because I mean, what happened in China? China's now saying that we sent balloons over their country as well.
You probably
So
did.
this is not going to be ending anytime soon. I
So
think
you
if
think
anything, it's going
more
to be
to come?
ramping. I think it's going to be ramping up significantly in the next few weeks.
What are they trying to just like? But like, is it? My thing is, what is the balloon for? Like, is it a spy
That's
balloon?
I
Is
think
it?
so.
Was
I
there a
think
little
it's. I
man
think it's.
inside that was just like on a little
Nah,
bicycle? You know?
I think. I think they're collecting other data, data that you can't collect from the satellite. You got to be low altitude to collect. You know, like radio waves, radio signals, all that kind of stuff. I think
Okay.
that's what. Yeah,
Okay, that's
because
fair.
you
I
hear
thought this had
conversation.
something to do with TikTok. I thought China was just salty
Nah,
about TikTok. It was like, you know what? You guys want to try
hey,
to
that
ban
might be.
TikTok? Let me go ahead and send this
They
balloon and just confuse the shit out of your people.
they just might be. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and then it's like, that makes national news. I don't know if it made world news, but then we just forget about like last Monday. Wasn't there a earthquake in Syria and Turkey of some
There was a
magnitude?
massive earthquake in Turkey. It
I
killed.
didn't even
Right
hear
now,
about
the
that till
death
like
toll is at
yesterday.
28,000 people. What?
Yeah,
What? Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
See, that's news. People died, not
Yeah.
birthday party
28,000
balloon.
people right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But that's a story for another time. Let's go ahead and move on. Talk about the last part of Super Bowl. The Super Bowl surprise. The
So,
special guest
so
for
I was gonna say I didn't watch the halftime show though, so you're gonna have to bring me up to speed because I,
oh,
I
you were
my, bat,
driving.
my
You were
my
driving.
yeah my
So
battery was
so
dying and I was like I'm not gonna waste it on a halftime show. I just gonna
yeah,
turn this on again and get back on.
yeah. I mean that's
No
the right thing to do. But no.
disrespect to Rihanna
So
or her fans, by the
so
way.
yeah. You about to have him come after us. You know this, right?
I love you. I
Okay.
love Rihanna. She know. Hey, baby.
But no, so speaking on Rihanna did a great halftime show.
Did she?
I will put it up there with some of the other great ones. Beyonce, even Prince's halftime
Janet
show.
Jackson.
Janet Jackson, that was a good one. You know, I'll put it up there with them. She brought it. She had the dancers dancing on this like levitating stage thing, which
What?
you could tell the dancers were a little nervous. They were dancing their
Ooh.
hearts out, but that thing would shift a little bit, and you tell them like, "Oh, let me
Right.
try
Like,
moving a
whoa,
little more."
this is live.
But it was a good show. It was a good show, and for all Super Bowls for the past, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years, I don't know, for a long time, all the stars have had a special guest.
Okay.
Rihanna has been no different. She
Okay.
decided, she's like, she announced, yeah, I have a special guest coming, I have a special guest coming. You guys will be completely surprised. And then she did her whole show with no special guest.
Oh, I was like, who was
Or
it?
so we thought. Here's what happened. She came out in this red number. She looked hot. Now she looked hot. Came out in this red number. Had this plastic thing over
Like one of the
chest
guards
area.
from Star Wars.
Yeah, but one was no, actually the same color. Yes, but she had a coat going with it. Well, then she started dancing a little bit, and people started asking questions like, "Wait, she just had a baby, but she got a bump. Why she got a bump for?" And you just saw Twitter going crazy. She got a bump. What's the bump about? What's the bump? What's the bump? She does her whole show. Doesn't say a word until after the game. As soon as the game's in, she's like, "Oh yeah, baby number 2 is on the way." Special guest
that was
is
the special
baby
guest?
number 2. She is pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah, she is pregnant with A$AP Rocky again. So that is
yeah,
special
but I
guest,
feel like
and
that's
that is
like
a special guest to have.
I feel
That's a
like that
special
was
guest.
like that's not surprising, If it was the first
Yeah.
baby and she wasn't with anybody, then I'm like, oh damn, somebody got Rihanna pregnant. It's like probably ASAP because they're together, and most people have more than one child. Oh man, that's where she been. So what was she? Because I feel like I don't know. I don't listen to Rihanna. I mean, if it's on, she on the radio or something, just catch you song. That's great. But like, I feel like she didn't. Has she had an album recently at all?
Yeah. She just released. I think she just released one recently. I'm pretty sure
Rihanna.
she did.
Remember I told you that one time when I went home, This was before we did the show at the Vibe Smoke Shop. When I was at home, my dad seen my hair, and he said, "You know, like." I said, "Who?" He said, "The guy that dates Rihanna, ASAP Rocky." I said, "What?" Like that? You think I look like ASAP Rocky? I mean, I let me just shut up because I already see how I'm about to go. Yeah. Good.
Hey,
got Paige listening like, oh, wait a minute.
Hey, so I got told, I like Ice Cube, so it is what it is.
It's what it is. It's what it is.
But no, that was her special guest, and hey, congrats to the special guest. Congrats to Rihanna and ASAP. That's good stuff. But before we move on to what Florida, I just have this question.
What's up?
Would you count that as a special guest, or do you feel kind of cheated that you didn't have a musical special guest?
I feel kind of cheated because
you feel kind of cheated.
It's not like the baby could sing or something. You know what I mean? It's not like the baby. Not like it was like Drake coming out. I'd be like, oh shit. Or actually, if it turned out to be like Drake's baby, and then he came out, that'd be great. I'd be like, whoa, this is way better than the game.
That would have that would have been a halftime show. I'm telling you. That I'm like, oh.
and I wonder when did she agree? Like, what's to do this halftime show? I mean, I don't know what the time frame was on that. Like, was it a year ago? Was it past couple months?
It was about a year ago.
Okay, so she agreed, then got pregnant, then performed. Okay, can you back out? I mean, I guess she would have to do it, right? Because like you can.
No, someone's backed out of the Super Bowl before, so yeah, you can back out. You can back out.
Let me ask you this: if it wasn't Rihanna, who would you like to see perform? And it can't be like a past performer either.
Gary Clark Jr. or Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah, oh no, he performed at the college national championship a couple of years back. Okay, yeah, that'd be kind of dope. I'm trying to think. I'd probably want someone like has some sort of connection with Arizona because it was in Glendale. The Super Bowl, but I don't know any Arizona like musicians. I've never seen a celebrity.
Someone go represent AZ.
Yeah, AZ, baby, AZ. Like what? Where's that?
Yeah. I haven't seen that either. I will have to side with you on that one.
Yeah, this guy's sponsored by Arizona soft drinks. Like,
no, I was with you. I'm glad for Rihanna and all that, but I'm there with you a little bit. I kind of wanted to, to see who was going to come out because the thing about her selection of songs, and I know this was the person that
had to be old, right?
But if you think about her selection of songs, most of those songs were produced by Kanye.
Oh, and they ain't bring him out.
But Jay-Z could have came out. Jay-Z could have came out though. That was there. But it was set Run This Town. There was a couple spots he could have came out.
He would have had to be clear about Beyonce though. Beyonce be like, nah.
Yeah. She ain't letting that happen.
If I'm not there, you're not there.
yeah. You're right on that.
Man.
All right. Well,
good for her.
Yes, good for her. We're gonna go ahead and, as you guys can tell, this is a little short of a show this time. We have other things, but let's go ahead and jump into what the floor.